North Caribou Lake at one time was a settlement for the North Caribou band of natives, and the island that we're on actually was the main settlement. And because this was a passageway for them to get their furs up to the Hudson Bay, there was a trading post here in the early 1900s, and the actual cookhouse has some old logs from the original trading post. And then around the late 60s, they moved most of the natives up to what they call the Round Lake Reservation, and an individual came in here and started setting up tent camps and offering fishing trips. And since then there's been a few different owners, and we picked it up about 15 years ago and tried to make some improvements. It's an 81,000 acre lake with three main tributaries coming in, the Donnelly, the Thurston, and the Nango. And all three of those rivers hold a large amount of fish, especially in the spring. But the lake structures, rocks, islands, weed beds, this lake is just full of great fishing places. The walleye schools, you'll see them in the spring, they'll come in by the thousands. You can catch them on anything from spoons, bucktails, crankbaits, jigs, however you want to fish them, you'll catch them. Yeah, it's 18 to 22 inches, I mean, is your average size. A lot of times it's hard to catch those nice 16, 17 inches for lunch. That's the thing about this lake. Most of the guys hit the main, the main tributaries, main rivers and spots, but there's so much of this lake that never even gets fished, touched. There's so many structures that nobody even has put a lure in. 3 feet of water looking for those pike up in the shallows, and there'll just be walleyes hammering your spoons at all times. And it stays like that all throughout the summer. There's so many walleyes, so much bait fish, that the big northerns will hang out in the 5-6 foot bays even in July and August when the water temperature is up around 75 degrees. It's just so much food, so much competition for the fish that your regular midsummer fishing tactics don't always work here, because they're still in the shallows doing their with your spring tactics.
just hooked what we think is a pretty nice fish here at the mouth of the Thurston River. We've got a light rain happening, not a breath of wind. That's a nice pike. That's a nice pike. I'll probably just try and grab it. It's pretty big, but I think I can grab it. Whoa. it's a short tour of the North Caribou Camp, the main camp. Standing on the dock right now and just looking out over the lake. It's an 81,000 acre lake, so you're obviously not going to get much of a panorama here. It's in sort of a protected cluster of islands right in the center of the lake. The camp is located on Cemetery Island, which actually used to be a Hudson's Bay post many years ago. And it's Cemetery Island for obvious reasons. There's a grave site on the island where apparently some of the people that lived here were wiped out by influenza. As far as the camp goes, the boats are 16-foot Lunds. There's a whole fleet of them here with electric start, 25 horse Evinrude E-Tech motors. They're amazing motors, light, fast. I was averaging 30 to 34 kilometers per hour on the GPS. They have graphs in them, live wells, bilge pumps. They're just great boats. Super stable, perfect for the lake. Over here, there's a fish cleaning shack, a lit fish cleaning shack with running water. Now we're just going to go up and have a look at the camp. There's 3 cabins here, 3 sleep cabins, 1 central kitchen cabin, and then a shower house. So I'll just show you what it looks like. The maximum capacity of the camp, the main camp here, is 16. So we'll just have a look at one of the sleep cabins because they're all exactly the same. Okay, the front of the sleep cabin is a screen porch where you can sit in the evening if the bugs are bad. When you enter it, there's kind of like another little room with a wood stove, a bed in this corner, and then there's 2 bedrooms with, they're both the same, with 2 beds in each. So that's the sleep cabin. And like I said, the other 2 are exactly the same. There's a great fire pit there. We've had fires almost every night. The bugs, we're here at the end of June and they've actually been fine, no problem. So let's have a look at the main kitchen camp. There's a gigantic propane barbecue here, which we've also used quite a bit. Propane fish cooker. The camp is wired for electricity and then it's supplemented with propane lighting. Right now we just have the electric lights on. There's a propane stove and oven here, giant propane griddle, all kinds of kitchen cabinets, 2 electric fridges. There's a giant freezer, electric freezer, another small freezer there, tons and tons of ice, just bags and bags of ice in here, and a huge kitchen table. So it's a great place to socialize in the evening. Now I'll just have a quick look at the shower house. It's great for a remote fishing camp. There's flush toilets and hot and cold running water. It's fantastic. So we'll just have a look. There's 2 here, side by side. They're both the same. So flush toilet, shower, and hot and cold running water at the sink. And the other one on the other side is exactly the same. So that's pretty much it. This camp, where the camp is sitting, is the site of the original old Hudson's Bay post. And from what Dusty Broadhagen said, who's the owner and caretaker here, the logs at the base are the original logs from the original Hudson's Bay post. So there's quite a bit of history here to this spot. Without a doubt, I've been on almost 50 fly-in trips. This has easily been the best fishing trip I've ever had in my life. Okay, this is a short tour of the small private cabin here at North Caribou Camp. It's about 200-300 yards down the beach from the main camp, and it's completely self-contained. So if there's smaller groups of like 4 to 8 people that want to be like completely autonomous, this is a great spot for them here. So I'm just looking down at the dock. There's a private dock here for the people staying at this cabin, and we'll turn around and have a quick look inside. There's a fire pit there. There's 2 barbecues. And hi guys, how have you liked the cabin?
Wonderful, very comfortable.
Yeah. Take a quick look inside. So, this is a super nice cabin. There's couch, chair, 2 fridges, hot and cold running water at the sink, propane fridge and stove. Here's just a little room for storage. Here's a really large, extremely nice bathroom. Once again, a shower with hot and cold running water at the sink. There's an on-demand heater there, I think, which is pretty slick. Toilet, flush toilet, so no outhouses, and really nice little bedrooms. Here's one with double bunk, really nice wood stove in the corner there, and 2 more bedrooms. Very, very nice, super clean. This is a slightly newer cabin, so it's extremely nice. The floor is like big, wide slabs of pine. I'm not sure what it is, but it's super nice. So there you go, a short tour of North Caribou Camp's private cabin.